Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks. Presented by Sports Interaction, Canada's sportsbook.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to week 4 of the Drew and Stu podcast. I'm Drew Livingstone, that's Cam Stewart. Once again, this show is powered by Sports Interaction, Sportsbook and Casino to be exact, featuring a brand new betting platform with even more ways to bet. Plus, Sports Interaction Casino, the best in the market with live 24/7 dealers. Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Bet local. Download the app or go to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Cam, last week we were heading in with a little rough records, but we both salvaged the season, I guess. You were 10-6 with your switches. If you didn't make your switches, you would have been 11-5.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I was 11-5. You can see our picks. I'll bring up the full screens right now. Here's
10
first.
If you didn't switch your pick, so good on the switch. Good on the switch.
I switched from Carolina to Seattle. Once again, guys, we have a second show later in the week that airs on Thursdays. So if you're like, hey, these weren't your picks, tune into the Thursday show when we make our switches and we explain why we switched the games. It'll be again this Thursday on the SDPN YouTube channel, and download it anywhere you find your podcast. Cam, want to start off with last night, the Monday Night Football games, the Joe Burrow's calf. That didn't matter if he was injured. They made him throw 50 times. They didn't deserve to win that game. I wanted the Rams to win so bad because they made Burrow play.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm with you. Like if you watched, he's obviously getting better, but there's still major problems with that team. And I got to be honest with you, I've never seen the Bengals be so conservative. Like I live bet the Rams. I'm like, this is perfect. You're giving me 6.5 with the Rams right now. Like you felt that backdoor. Very, very lucky. The Rams had turnovers, and I really don't like the way Cincinnati's attacking this year. And their defense, like you can get points on these guys. I think there's a lot of work to be done. It's early in the season, but the Bengals just don't look right, Drew. And you saw like Stafford was taking a lick. Like that guy got murdered out there. I got to hand him. Like he's earning his money now. Like I'll tell you, Matt Stafford is an old guy. It's like me out there. Like he is getting murdered, and he gets up every single time. Kudos to him. I got a lot of respect for Matt Stafford.
Yeah, and you could tell, like, because it's his left foot or his left calf, he can't drive the ball, so all of his throws are like little like fluttering through the air. And I was like, oh man, one of these is going to be intercepted. And the one that was picked was probably one of the best interceptions of the year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's move on, Cam. You survived in Survivor with Miami. Thought it was a crazy pick when you made it, but the Dolphins put up a 70 burger. And I love Mike McDaniel's quote after. He's like, you know what? We could have kicked the field goal to break the scoring record, but we wanted to be sportsmen, like have sportsmanship. Like, dude, you put up 70 points already. Why don't you put up 50 and start running the ball and kneeling and stuff? Like, oh, now you're being a gentleman? Like, come on.
Some of these coaches are too much. And by the way, we'll get into it. Josh McDaniels, like I literally after that game, I would have said, meet me in my office. You're fired. Guy doesn't go for a field goal early in the game against Pittsburgh, Drew. And then late in the game. That really helps. So you need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. You go for a field goal and 1 first down. You're not getting the ball back. Good work, buddy. What a coach this guy is. He's an absolute stooge.
I saw it's the first team in NFL history to go for it with 4th and 5 or less to go with under 2 minutes or under 3 minutes in the game, needing an 8-point score. It was like the most ridiculous thing ever. And then after the game, he's like, well, we needed another possession anyway. So figured we just kick the field goal.
That's the whole
point.
Like, no,
you
You're
didn't.
Still down 5.
No, you didn't.
Idiot. You need a touchdown to score. Like, this is another thing. One quick thing. I've been working on, like, we'll get to the picks. Versace bread. The best coach the Raiders had was the interim coach. They were one play away from beating the Bengals. Gruden. He had like racist remarks, all sorts of crazy stuff. Look at the Raiders coaches. And the best guy was the guy who made the less and was interim. You tell me. So Raiders, why don't you keep Versace bread around? You want to be, big hire, Josh McDaniels. McDaniels, you suck.
And then you drive Derek Carr to town like it was his fault.
Yeah, you bring Devontae Adams and Derek Carr. They both play at Fresno State, and then one of the guys leaves. Like, what is this organization doing? Like, and another thing, they're going to start Hoyer if Garoppolo's hurt. Aiden O'Connell got drafted for a reason. Another one of his cronies. Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, yeah, we played in New England. And Hoyer, I know him from New England. Like, you don't hire your friends. You're running a professional football organization. Anyway, had to get that off my chest, Drew. I think the guy freaks.
One of the greatest OCs ever. He's great at running an offense, but as a head coach, he's just terrible. We saw him in Denver, and now we're seeing it in Vegas.
Coordinator. I don't want that guy anywhere near my football team.
I would take him as an OC, Cam. Come on, he won a bunch of Super Bowls. I guess it is easy to coach Tom Brady.
Sorry, I'm trying to center myself here. I'm just rattled. And there you go.
Okay,
no, he's an idiot. And that's the bottom line. A lot of stooges in the NFL coaching tree this year.
Yeah, including Mike McCarthy with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know what the hell that game was against Arizona, knocking me out of Survivor. One of my best bets of the week, and they just didn't show up. I understand Trayvon Diggs is hurt, but like, what the hell was that?
That's
like, you're
letting good teams.
It was the most rushing yards the Cowboys have ever given up in a first half, Cam.
I know. And another thing is, good teams find way to grind out like a 1-point win in that game. Just win. We're not even talking about the spread. They got murdered. You know what? Kudos to Arizona. They've been better than everybody thought. Hey, and everybody who's coming at me with my backup quarterback, whatever, Gardner Minshew, outright win. Dobbs, outright win. Oh, sorry. What were they? 9-point dogs, and what was Dallas?
Andy Dalton looked good too, Cam. I know.
And what? Carolina would have covered if not for the 12th man in Seattle with the 10 false starts. So here's the deal.
Yeah, true.
Like, I'm sick and tired of people coming at me. Hey, Drew, if you would have said Dobbs, money line win, double-digit dog, and Gardner Minshew. So anyway.
Oh, like 50-1 if you parlay those.
Don't worry, I'm going to have a little chat with Mayo and Pizzola when I do a show with them.
Man, yeah, it was a good week for backup quarterback whisperer Cam Stewart, that's for sure.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into the Thursday night football game, Cam. It's the Packers hosting the Detroit Lions. The Packers are 3-0 currently against the spread. They didn't deserve to win that game against the Saints, because if Carr doesn't go down, the Packers lose that game. That's why I don't understand all these people like, oh, look at the Packers, what a comeback, they're the real deal. I was like, well, they were down by 3 scores before the quarterback went down, but that's neither here nor there, Cam. The Lions, 1-point road favorites. You can start this week. Where are you going in this NFC North matchup?
I start every week. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we bring you in here, Cam.
Well, yeah, we'll have you start sometime. Listen, Drew, I don't like the reverse line movement. You know what I mean? It's Detroit was 2 people. Now it's down to Detroit 1.5. All the people are on Detroit. I don't care. I'm you know what? That's why I switched my pick off from Miami to Denver like an absolute. You want to talk about a stooge? Me and McDaniels should go out for shots later on, because that was just about as stupid. Give me the Lions. I love what they did against Atlanta. That's the thing. Pressure. I know Love is better than Ritter, but I saw what Detroit did defensively, and I think if they come up with the same schemes, they can keep Love in check. I like Detroit. Basically, they just got to win this game. I think they win it by a touchdown and cover the number. I believe in this Lions team. This is a huge game for them going against, the Kings, Green Bay. You got to knock the King off his pedestal there. And I think Detroit is a better team than Green Bay. I just don't like the line movement, but I'm sticking with the Lions.
Yeah, I think the Lions are better at almost every position, Cam. I think they're a better football team, better quarterback, better defense, better offense. If Christian Watson and Aaron Jones are back, then maybe that changes my tune. I don't think they will be, because when you have 10 days rest the next week, it doesn't make sense to rush your guys back for a Thursday nighter. So yeah, I love the Lions in the spot, Cam. It might be in my mineral picks. We'll see. But yeah, give me the Detroit Lions to win this game. That's pretty much all they have to do. So I will take the Lions -1, and it may be in my minerals. Stay tuned for that.
Yep.
Now going across the pond to London, Cam, neutral site game, but it's pretty much a Jacksonville home game, because that's pretty much, they should just be the London Jaguars. Let's be honest.
I agree.
They're 3-point favorites at home. Total is 43 points. 70% of the public is on the Jags by 3. Are you buying into the whole alarm bells going off, go against the public? I'll start this one. I'm going with the Jags here, because Atlanta doesn't impress me. Like, if you take away the running game, they just can't do anything.
Not just that, Drew. I'm going to agree with you more. You talked about it. Jacksonville, very popular in England. Early start, 9:30 Eastern time. I'm going to say this. These Jaguars, I'm looking at the picture where he looks mean and teeth, and he's basically going to put a hole in you. They've been pussycats eating tender vittles or meow mix. They've been the worst type of cats I've ever seen, but this is a get-right spot for Jacksonville. They always play well in London. They'll give you a battle. Give me the Jaguars. I'm gonna lay the 3. I think they actually win this game by 10 points against Atlanta. Wouldn't be surprised if they won by even more, Drew, maybe 10-13. Got to take the Cats when they're in London. And if Jacksonville loses this game to Atlanta, I'm basically, I don't know what to say about this team. Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, and Cam, I love Calvin Ridley's. I don't care what the prop is. This is a revenge spot for Ridley, the team that traded him away. Anytime touchdown, whatever his yardage is, probably like 66 yards, his catches. He's going to go off in this game. Maybe some alt spread over 100 yards. I love the Jags in the spot, Cam. I'm with you. We're in agreement on the first 2 games. That's rare.
Well, you went 11-5 last week, so that's a good start. Right. Hopefully, keep the train rolling.
We'll see, Cam. The Colts with maybe Anthony Richardson. We're not sure. I'd say probably lean towards Gardner Minshew again, based on how he performed. They're hosting the Rams, Cam. The Rams are 2-point dogs on the road. The total is 45.5. Can the Colts repeat the performance they had against the Ravens and shut down? Like, I was so impressed with the Colts last week, Cam.
they're well coached. Out of all the new coaches,
Yeah.
Indianapolis's guy, top of the food chain. What has he done with this team? They're projected to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. All they do is battle, and they should have beat Jacksonville. Now, one play away from that, too, Drew. So they'd be undefeated going into this game. I am taking the golden horseshoe. Sorry, it's a blue horseshoe. I'm taking the horseshoe, -1.5. I love them. The thing about the Rams is, too, they got to play after the Monday night game against the Bengals. Like, you know what? I'm impressed by the Rams. Stafford's taking a beating, as I said. I like their young receivers. Like, they've been gritty, but I like the Colts -1.5.
Yeah, this feels like it's like a key letdown spot, Cam. But I'm gonna agree with you here. I love the Colts in the spot.
They're 2-1. It's not like they're 3-0.
I know, but it's like everyone's gonna be like, oh, they're now favored in the game. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a different vibe when you go into a game as the favorite versus the underdog the first 3 weeks that they were.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with them as well because the Rams, Cam, they didn't impress me last night. They had every chance to win that football game against the Bengals, and they just threw it away. It was Stafford at no time. I know the Colts don't have the pass rush that the Bengals do, but I'll go with the home team here. This might be one of my Thursday switches. Like, I won't be betting on this game. This is very, very close.
Yeah,
but for now, I'll go with you on the Colts.
You know what? Bagman's on vacation. Usually we see him by now.
I think we might see him on this one. We might see him on this one. We'll see. The Commanders going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Eagles, I guess, escaped. No, not really escaped. They dominated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. They're 8-point home favorites. 70% of the public is on them. 45.5 is the total. Cam, I can start here. I'm going Washington every day of the week. NFC East matchup. Washington beat them once last year. I know Philly dominated them in Washington last year, but that wasn't with Sam Howell at quarterback. And look, everyone saw Washington get absolutely demolished by the Buffalo Bills, and they're like, oh, this team sucks, blah, blah, blah. Listen, the Eagles still haven't looked like that explosive Eagles offense to me this season, so I'm going to go with the 8 points and the road dogs.
I don't know why you think I was going to take Philly. This is going to be a mineral pick for me. I'm taking Washington. I love them. I think they can win this game outright. I will take the points. I will put them in a lot of different places. People remember what they saw last in the NFL.
Yep.
Listen, the Bills defense showed up in that game. Washington, they had a leaky performance. As for Philadelphia, I've not been impressed by any of their wins. For a 3-0 team, like, it just, you know what? The only thing that really impresses me about the Eagles right now is their defensive line. They're killers, and that's a problem. Washington,
and that could get Howell. That could get Howell, Cam.
Yeah, the thing is, if Washington's offensive line comes up with schemes to at least give Howell a little bit of time, I think Washington can almost like win this game or lose a heartbreaker. It's a big ask, but we're both on Washington. Sorry, Bagman, you're gonna have to wait a while. Have another coffee.
Yeah, and Cam, I see some tweets that are like, oh, look at Jalen Hurts. He's got 6 total touchdowns on the season.
Guys, how many interceptions he had?
3 of these were 1-yard QB sneaks with 18 people pushing him in the back. The play is ridiculous, Cam. I know it's legal. It shouldn't be legal because the defense, it's impossible to stop. For 1 yard, it's impossible. And then I see teams on the Sunday, it's like, oh, 1 yard to go. Just do the QB sneak play. They're doing like crazy play action, shotgun bootlegs, and they get stuffed. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, you know the play that's like 90% chance to get 1 yard. Just friggin' do that play. But teams don't listen. I don't know. I don't tell you, Cam. The Broncos, after a 70-20 loss.
Ooh, look at this game, Drew. What do we call this one? Shitter? Toilet bowl? Garbage? Dumpster bowl? What a joke.
The worst quarterback in the league against the worst coach team in the league, maybe. We'll see. The Bears, 3-point home dogs. You usually love home dogs, Cam. I started the last year. You can start this one. Are you going back to the well with the Broncos despite them giving up a 50-point or giving up 70 points last week, or do you just not trust Fields?
I hate both teams. Combined ATS.
I told you last week Chicago was one of your minerals, Cam, and you said you're never doing it again now that
no, but the thing is, all that news happened afterwards too, and I'm actually I would never lie, Drew. On Sunday I woke up, my biggest bet was Cleveland over Tennessee. With the minute I had a brain, woke up and said, anyway, but you're right. I stuck to it. We didn't change it. That's on me. I didn't realize how bad the situation is. But when you have 2 horrible, shitty teams, I'll take the one getting points at home. Give me Chicago. I have no other explanation. Hey, Sean Payton, you shouldn't have ripped Hackett, you jerk. Now what's happening to you? You're getting a taste of your own medicine when you used to run up the scores on other teams. Clown.
Cam, you said last week the Bears, you can't bet on them once if they let you down.
Okay, we're going to take the Broncos, who lost by 50 points to Miami.
I know. I'm just chirping you. It's I'm taking the Broncos.
I'm taking the Broncos,
Cam. I think this is one of my favorite picks of the week, Cam. I love the Broncos. I think they're going to absolutely slaughter the Chicago Bears. Chicago's in shambles. Fields doesn't look right. He doesn't look like he knows how to throw a football anymore. Their run game doesn't look great. Their defense looks atrocious. Everything's going wrong. Like, Chicago looked worse than Denver on Sunday. I know it's crazy to say
the same thing about Denver.
No, but I'm saying in my mind, Chicago looked worse. Despite Denver giving up 70 points, I think Chicago looked worse than the Broncos.
They're
So give me
equally
Denver.
shit, Drew. We could. I might change the
I
pick
understand,
later on
but
in
Russell
the week.
Wilson has at least looked decent. Like Justin Fields hasn't shown any flashes. Russell Wilson at least, like it's not the offense's fault in Denver. So I like Denver anywhere in the spot. So mystery bagman's out for the first time this week. Cam,
Denver.
where do you think he's going? Hey, correct. You didn't even have to think about it. I like that you knew right away. Okay, so I'm on Denver. You're on the Bears. Cam, I'm gonna get you a Bears jersey. I think. Anyways,
Please don't.
The Bucks going to New Orleans take on the Saints. The Saints have a history of dominating the Bucks with Brady. Before that, it doesn't matter who was at quarterback. 3.5-point home favorites. The total is only 39. Do the Saints continue their domination of the Bucks? Cam, what do you think?
Can you start, or did you start the last
I'm going with this. I'm going with the Saints here. I think they do continue their domination. I think their defense is good enough to slow down this Baker Mayfield offense, and I think Winston is decent enough to beat the Buccaneers. It's hard to come into a game halfway through and have to play. I don't think Carr is playing this game. I think it's going to be Winston. This is his old team. He's at home. I think this is a statement game for the Saints, so they shut down Baker completely. Their defense is too good to be beaten by this Bucs team, Cam. So give me the Saints to win this game by 4.
We're in full agreement. I think if Winston started the game, they actually would have been better. It was kind of shocking. New Orleans fell apart. It was a really, really bad loss. Both 2-1 teams, so a big divisional tilt. I always take the Saints when they play the Bucs. It's kind of like Houston over Jacksonville. Like, we have to pay attention to this stuff. I will take the Saints. 3, I don't really like that hook. I prefer it at 3, but I think the Saints get it done, Drew. We're in agreement.
All right, Cam. The AFC North now having a huge matchup. We didn't see the Browns. Well, I guess we both like the Browns in the preseason, to be honest. But a lot of people didn't see the Browns coming in with this record 2-1, hosting the Baltimore Ravens, coming off their disappointing loss to the Colts. Cleveland, 2.5-point favorites, coming off their lost to Indianapolis. Everyone's now seeing the Browns, their big win, and they're like, oh, the Ravens aren't as good, blah, blah, blah. Cam, I think this is an easy Ravens pick for me. I know Cleveland's defense has been amazing, number 1 D in the NFL in terms of points allowed. I don't care. I'm taking Baltimore in this spot.
You know what? I'm really torn in this game. I'll take Cleveland now, but this could definitely change on Thursday. The fact that they've been playing good. That defense, though, I'm taking them because of Jim Schwartz and the defense. I've been telling people.
Schwartz needs to be head coach, Cam. How long is this guy going to be relegated to be DC?
Let him be let him be a defensive coordinator because that's what he does well.
I understand.
Let people he's been a head coach before. Yes.
And he was shit.
Yes.
I get. Yeah, he was. Fair.
Anyway, Baltimore's got injuries. Cleveland,
they do.
If Deshaun Watson actually was one of his better games against Tennessee, still not perfect, but I'll take Cleveland for now. But Baltimore will be a desperate team after losing to the Colts. Very difficult game. I believe in Cleveland's defense. That's why I'll take them -2.5, Drew.
Cam, you're giving me Lamar Jackson as an underdog, and
I get it, but Baltimore's looked awful all year. Like they have it
for sure.
First week they look good. After that, what have they done? You tell me.
I agree with you, Cam. Which is the Browns haven't had really that tough of competition yet, in my mind, offensively against their defense. It's a lot different of a beast to try and tackle Kenny Pickett versus Lamar Jackson and Ryan Tannehill is a joke. So, I think Lamar can win this game, and even if they don't win, I think they can keep it close enough to cover the spread. Deshaun Watson as a favorite, it's yucky. I don't like it.
It is yucky.
It's weird. All right, where do you think Mystery Tiebreaker Man is on this one?
Baltimore.
Oh, 2 for 2, Cam. Tiebreaker Man with me on both games. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. All right.
Who knows?
The Vikings, Cam, going to Carolina to take on the Panthers that looked okay against your Seahawks last week. They're hosting their 3.5-point home dogs. You usually love home dogs. 75% of the public is on the Vikings. Everything's screaming, bet on Carolina. And tell me why you're not.
Well, you're reading my mind, Drew. I'm taking Minnesota. And what the hell's going on? I didn't send you a message that Minnesota was going to be.
This game's got Cam. Cam loves home cat dogs, but for some reason Carolina is not your team.
The problem is I've already taken the Lions and the Jaguars. I can't take all cats. We have to leave one out of the kennel, and that's Carolina. Listen, Minnesota, bad game against the Chargers. I was on the Chargers last week, got lucky. The Chargers almost tried to give them the game. Kirk Cousins couldn't manage the clock. But here's the thing.
Brandon Staley, Cam, can we talk about that for a second?
No, it's McDaniels and Staley. What
a disaster.
He is a disaster. Minnesota, though, they got good players on this team, don't you think? They should be better.
They should have won that game, Cam. The Chargers handed them the football game. They're like, "Oh, we're going to go for our own 25-yard line for no reason," and then they gave it up. And they had to throw to the end zone. Kirk Cousins. It was both teams that always fuck up when the times get tough. And
it's true. I know.
I don't know, but I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm taking the Vikings. Here's Drew. Can you believe this too? Take a look at all the 0-3 teams. Like these guys, Vikings 0-3. 0-2-1 ATS. Carolina, 0-3, 0-3 ATS. Denver, 0-3, 0-3. Like, they're not just these teams aren't losing, they're not covering. That's a problem. That's a big problem, but I'll take the Vikings.
Yeah, and like at some point the Vikings have to be able to figure it out, right? Like,
I guess.
I don't know. I'm checking right now what their division odds are, Cam, because I actually like. I think the Vikings come back and win this division 6-1. I know you like the Lions and the Packers are 3-0, but I think the Vikings come back and win this division.
The Lions. That's actually not a bad bet, but I think the Lions win the division. But Minnesota's not as bad as their 0-3 record. I didn't think they were
people are like, oh, they should trade
but...
Kirk Cousins already. They're 0-3. I'm like, guys, settle down. Like, it's the NFC here.
They
can make the playoffs.
But the thing is, if they lose this game and go 0-4, we could start talking about that. Then it gets real.
Yeah, I think it'd be like 0-6 to be honest, just because how the bottom of the NFC is.
No, but you got to make a move, Drew. You got to make the move earlier to get the quarterback, even a veteran guy, to know the plays.
No, I understand.
And all
but
the
I'm
other
saying
stuff.
if I'm Minnesota, I'm not giving up on the season after 4 losses. Like it has to be like 6.
I get it. I know.
All right, Cam. The Steelers going to Houston to take on the Texans. Their home point, another home dog. Cam, this is the week of home dogs. 3-point home dogs coming off of that impressive win last week. CJ Stroud looked amazing. He's got the early vote of mine for offensive rookie of the year. That's for sure. The Steelers defense looked great. Again, Steelers offense, not so much. Cam, I got to go with Mike Tomlin here against a rookie quarterback. I just think that their defense is too good. And Stroud has looked good, but he hasn't faced a viable, like, vaunting defense like this yet this season. This will be a welcome to the NFL moment, I think, for Stroud.
He's already had a few earlier on in the season, but they looked great last week, and they beat down Steffi Graf in Jacksonville. I'm taking Houston now, but Drew, you're right about this game. I literally, like, you could flip a coin. I think Pittsburgh might win by 3, the Lions 3, Houston, they could win by 1. Like, I think it's going to be a very razor-tight game. I'm getting 3 points with the home dog. And you know what? The Houston Texans have shown me a lot of guts this year, but this could be a changeable pick because it's a very hard game. But right now, I'm going to put down the home dog. Give me the Texans. Yeehaw!
All right, Cam. Let's see where you think Mystery Tiebreaker Man is on this one.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, incorrect. Your first wrong one.
Damn it.
Houston
See how
Texans.
confident? See, I got cocky there, and I just said slap.
Yeah. You got confident. Tiebreaker Man is on Houston, which I kind of like. You guys are both against me on this one. I don't know. I'm feeling like this is an easy pick, but I don't know. We'll see. Next game, Cam.
Drew, just you're going to rewind the tape. This is.
I know. Every time I say I'm confident, I got an easy pick. It's just
there you go. No, I don't think I'm going to change Houston. Next,
the Dolphins, Cam, going to Buffalo to take on the Bills. The Bills 2.5-point home favorites. The number 1 and number 2 scoring offenses in the league. The Bills have the number 2 scoring defense. It's rock against rock, Cam. I know the Dolphins offense looks unstoppable, but they don't have a good history of playing in Buffalo, Tua especially. He's never won in Buffalo. Is that changed this week? The public's on Miami. Everyone thinks Miami is the team to beat in the league now, or does Buffalo wake up? I'm thinking about going to this game, but part of me is like, every time you go to the game, the Bills get smoked. So I'm
just go to the game and watch who you actually celebrate with Bills Mafia. At least you're not going to roll yourself in shit and go on LSD and find yourself in a sinkhole like the other Bills fan. You read that story?
Oh, I thought you were giving me a personal story or something. I was like, what?
What, you think I roll in my own shit and to go? No, this guy at the Bills game covered himself in feces on LSD, cocaine, and pot, and then he fell into a sinkhole. You didn't read the story. Anyway, give me the Bills -2.5. Everybody and their mother loves Miami. Ooh, the fish. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going on Buffalo. This is a huge game. I want Buffalo Bill to win this game. It's partly a heart bet, but I'm taking Buffalo -2.5.
Yeah, it's just
read the story. By the way, Drew, it's insane.
I think I've read it, Cam. It was a Thursday night or like 2 years ago, I think, right? It was a night game.
It was this.
If I'm getting correct. Oh, it was? Oh, all right. Well,
what the hell's going on?
I don't know, Cam. Anyways, I'm gonna go with.
This guy just rolled out of bed. Anyway, who do you like? The Bills? Tell me you like the Bills.
I think I'm gonna go with the Bills here, Cam. I don't like it. This will be a stay away game betting wise for me. If I'm at the game, I'll bet on it just because I'm at the game. The Dolphins scare me, Cam, as a Bills fan. Their offense looks great. Tyreek Hill looks uncoverable as he usually is because he's so fast. And Tyreek has a good history burning the Bills. He burnt Tre'Davious last year. Yeah. I just think the Bills' pass rush can slow this offense down a little.
I would actually like to see the Bills hurt Tyreek Hill.
Well,
I don't mean permanently. I mean just take him out of the game. I'm not that kind of person.
Hot fire wants to see Tyreek get hurt. Like,
I'm done with that. He's a great player and all, but as a human being, still, like everything, the guy at the marina, the other stuff, like I'm sick of Tyreek Hill being successful in life. Put it that way.
Okay. Well, we're
Am I
both in
allowed to have
agreement
that
on-
opinion?
Yeah, of course.
I don't think the guy's a good guy. I just,
Yeah.
I'm cheering for the Bills anyway. Give me the Bills.
Fair. All right, Cam. We'll move on to the Bengals going to the Tennessee to take on the Titans. Another home dog, Cam. 80% of the public is on Cincinnati. Plus 2.5. The Tennessee Titans. They were my gold pick 3 straight weeks. They covered twice. They didn't cover last week. They got smoked by the Browns. It was actually pretty embarrassing. I should have got off like you told me to. I just didn't listen. Do I go back to the well? Like 80%. The alarm bells say to go back,
Drew?
Cam.
Do it again as your gold pick. I'm on Tennessee, 2.5. I think they're going to win this game outright. I think the line's a bait line. Everyone thinks, did Cincinnati really play that well against the Rams? Watch the game.
Nope.
They didn't. Burrow's getting healthier, though, and that's a concern. If he was like a little bit more banged up, I'd smash Tennessee, but this might be a mineral pick for me. Everyone's going to be down on Tennessee. They got murdered by the Browns on the road. Now they go back home. I think they could beat the Bengals. Henry wasn't effective against that Browns defense. I think he absolutely terrorizes Cincinnati this week. Give me Tennessee plus 2.5.
Cam, automatically when I see 80% on one side, I bet the other way. So it was already going to be a Titans pick. But like you said, I think Tennessee can run all over the Bengals D. They have a very good pass rush, but their run defense isn't that great. So give me Tennessee Titans to maybe win this game outright. We'll see, Cam. I mean, Burrow didn't look the greatest. Yeah, I'll take the points for sure.
Yeah, it's 2.5
on the money line.
Yeah, that's the thing. When we're taking a dog at 2.5, we have to believe they're going to win the game. So yeah, we're going to put some on the money line too. I'm with you on Tennessee. Let's roll.
All right, Cam. The Vegas Raiders going to LA to take on the Chargers. Divisional game. Looks like Brian Hoyer is going to start despite your best wishes for that not to happen. Chargers 6-point home favorites. This is going to be a Raiders home game. Like there might not be one Chargers fan in this friggin' stadium, Cam. Like the way Oakland fans are going to travel to this. Which makes me want to take the Raiders, but Josh McDaniels, like this is the battle of stooges. This is McDaniels against Staley. Like I don't know.
You're right. It's a stooge bowl. You know what? I'm going to tell you something, Drew. If Hoyer didn't start and they started if they started O'Connell, the kid from Purdue, I'd actually take the 6 with the Raiders. And I firmly believe that. I talked to Gabe about it last week. I think he's better than Hoyer. Hoyer's an old guy that's just going to be in there. Mm-hmm. Listen, the Chargers and Raiders always play close games, but I can't take the Raiders. Just watch this team. Devontae Adams is so damn good. Like, without him, they get murdered in every game. I will take the Chargers. I think they win the game by 7. The line is 6. But I'm telling you, this could change too, because historically, when these guys get together, it's usually a very tight game. But the Raiders are just a train wreck. Jimmy Garoppolo, go out with another escort, man. This guy's thrown into double coverage off his back foot. He doesn't even know what the hell he's doing. You know what the thing was? In San Francisco, you could hide his flaws. Not with the Raiders.
Yeah, Cam, I'm going the other way. I'm going with Vegas here. The Chargers are going to find a way to charger this football game. And I think with the amount of crowd noise the Raiders fans are going to make in this football game, it's going to be close. 6 points is a lot of points. Like, I think the Chargers win. I just think like this could be easily backdoor cover just to cheer the Raiders fans up at the end, like when they're down by 10 or something. Yeah, I got to go with the points here in divisional matchup. It's always close games between these two. I don't care who's at quarterback for the Raiders, Cam, because I know the Chargers are on the other side and they'll find a way to screw this up. That's all I have. Where do you think mystery tiebreaker man is on this one? Oh, not
Chargers.
Confident this time.
Chargers.
Oh, he's on the Chargers. You're right.
See, when I get no confident, I win. When I get all see?
Yeah, when you answer it instantly, you get it wrong. That's what it is. 3-1 on tiebreakers this week, Cam. San Fran hosting the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals, huge upset over the Dallas Cowboys. You got Josh Dobbs making TikToks where he's dodging darts, making fun of Micah Parsons. Cardinals coaching staff looks very confident now. They're going to San Fran, Cam. It's a 50-50 game. 14 points is a lot of points. I don't care if this was minus 28, Cam. I'm taking San Fran here. I think this is going to be a surprise, Cardinals. You're actually not good. This is a good football team. Get back down in the dirt.
Yeah, Niners by 20, between 20 and 23, I'm thinking. Here's the thing. Can you believe the Arizona Cardinals, projected as the worst, are 3-0 ATS, and the 49ers, who apparently are the best team in the league, are 2-1 ATS? Welcome to the NFL. The Arizona Cardinals have been huge dogs in all their games. They've been monsters, covered every week, but not this week. San Francisco, McCaffrey, these guys are going to roll. It's all about the backdoor cover. I worry a little bit, but San Francisco should do enough. Give me the Niners to roll.
Yeah, I'm hoping that because it's 50-50, Cam, maybe we'll get a 13.5 at some point. If we get a 13.5 at any point, I am pouncing on that line, Cam. I don't know if Vegas will do it and give it to us, but we'll see. All right, the Patriots going to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. The Patriots defense looked great last week. Their offense, not so much. Didn't even score a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott did look good, though, Cam. 80 yards rushing on the ground. 7-point home favorites coming off that loss, Cam. Do you trust the Dallas Cowboys against Bill Belichick's defense? or is it going to be the Dallas Cowboys we saw last week? I don't know.
I'm going to take Dallas. This could change. I wish it was 6, 7. One thing is, I think they learned their lesson, and you can't just go into a game and not being prepared. As for New England, whatever. You beat the Jets. Big deal. I'm still not impressed. Mac Jones, by the way, confirmed himself as the biggest shithead, dirtiest player in the league.
We've seen this guy slide.
I said this years ago. I said this years ago.
Every year we talk about it on the show. He's a piece of shit. Like
honestly, you know what? I can't wait for a player to grab that guy and like literally give him a pile driver because he deserves it, dude. You better like stop like hitting nuts and doing all sorts of stuff. I hope the Dallas Cowboys defense, and I don't wish ill will upon somebody, but knocking Mac Jones out of the game is actually a life lesson. He needs to be shut up, and he's the I can't believe the dirtiest player in the league's a quarterback. Give me Dallas.
For the viewers that don't know what we're talking about, there was footage released after Sauce Gardner said after the game that Mac Jones sacked him after a scuffle on the field, and it showed Mac Jones got off the floor.
Also, for all you guys listening, Drew will tell you other stories, preseason games, bagging guys in the nuts and stuff that. Grab it. He's a piece of shit.
Oh, every time he slides, spikes in the air.
Yeah, spikes in the air. I don't know who this guy is or like what. Like, dude, get into wrestling. Like I just can't wait for a defender.
And he's not even a tough guy. That's what I don't get. Like, it's not like he's a big, strong quarterback.
He's just like Nick. I don't think Nick Saban at Alabama taught him this stuff. It's all about him. Like I'm telling you, one of his days, one of his teammates is going to get hurt protecting him, and then he's going to say, "Mac, you're on your own."
Yeah, I'll take Dallas in this spot as well, Cam. I do worry about Dak Prescott against the Patriots defense, but
I do too.
I see Mac Jones against the Dallas defense. I think they wake up. Like that was a weird letdown spot against Arizona.
Agreed.
I think they'll wake up. I think Micah Parsons is going to give Mac Jones a lot of problems.
Great teaser material, knocking that game down because I don't think they lose. I'm just worried about them covering 7. But
if you can get Dallas down to 1, and I do like a Zeke anytime touchdown, Cam. I think that'll be on your Thursday show. It has to be, right? Revenge spot for Zeke. I like that anytime TD prop.
I don't think you'll get a touchdown in the game. I don't think that. I'm actually going to say Dallas might not even give up a touchdown in the game. New England will be held to field goals.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me based on that New England offense, how they performed. All right, the Chiefs, Cam, surprisingly, the team that doesn't cover big numbers, covered a huge number last week. And again, they're a huge favorite, 9.5 points against the Jets. Jets, home dog, the story of the week, the bunch of home dogs. Do you trust Zach Wilson? I mean, Zach Wilson looks like the worst player. Like, how can you start this guy after the last 2-3 weeks, Cam?
You're right, but I'm going to the Jets, and hopefully with even 1 turnover, I think we cover the number. 2, maybe 3 will probably not cover, but I will take the New York Football Jets. This is great. Oh, Kansas City, big deal. You beat the hell out of the Chicago Bears, who are horrible. They're shit.
Cam, did you download the Taylor Swift album now? Aren't you excited?
Taylor Swift and Kelsey will be broken up in 2 weeks, and then we don't
even know if they're together. They walked out together. Doesn't mean anything.
I don't want to talk about this, dude. This is not entertainment tonight. This is football picks, and I'm going to tell you one thing.
Fine.
She never stays with a guy. So Kelsey, if you're getting your heart broken, that's good for the Bills and every other team that wants to beat your ass down. So I'm going to tell you something. Give me the New York Jets plus 9.5. Reverse line movement. Everybody's on Kansas City. I'll take my chances with the worst quarterback in the league, Zach Wilson, Mr. Wilson.
I think they would have been better off just re-signing Joe Flacco and letting him play.
I agree. Flacco would cover the 9.5, even though he can't move.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs here, Cam. I think
of course you are.
The Jets can't shake it off, and it's in your wildest dreams thinking the Jets can cover this number.
I love you, Drew.
We're getting little Taylor Swift puns if you can't catch them. That's their song
honest to God, like I'm tuning into sports shows and like 5 minutes is on Taylor Swift and him. It's like, shut up.
It's so annoying.
That's what Entertainment Tonight's for. We're here cracking jokes and making football bets. I don't give a rat's ass about Kelsey and Taylor Swift or any. Ooh, Swifties are there. Ooh, her mom's in the booth. Shut up. Jets better cover this week.
I will say my wife was cheering for a Travis Kelsey touchdown.
Of course. Like most people. My girlfriend, she doesn't even know football. She's like, oh, you hear about Swift and Kelsey? I'm like, oh, God, you're talking about this stuff? I'm just absolutely in orbit now. I'm done.
I guess it's good for the NFL. It gives them more money. But yeah, anyways, where do you think Mystery Tiebreaker Man is on this one?
Kansas City.
Correct. He's with the Swifties, Cam, on Kansas City.
4-1 now with my bag man?
Yeah, you're 4-1. Before we go off this game, Cam, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song? Just for the viewers.
I really have one. I don't even know what she sings.
Can you name one?
No. Wow.
I'm actually impressed.
I probably could, Drew. I just don't put me on. I know a few, just not today. I know of her songs. Fine. I'm stuck in the 90s, bro. Like I listen to like music from
So you were pumped at Blink-182 reunion last week.
I have like albums and like I have vinyl. Like I'll listen to Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, that stuff. I'm into other 90s stuff. Like, anyway, I don't want to talk about Taylor Swift. Can we just please move on?
I know. I'm just saying that Sunday night football game, Cam, that's all we're going to friggin' hear. It's going to be, oh, did you see Taylor Swift?
I almost don't want to watch the game now. I know. Hope she's not there. Because she's staying at home.
Kelsey scores a touchdown, they're going to cut to a picture of her, and it's going to be like, no one cares. Stop it. I don't know, like, it's just.
Of course they are.
Anyways, Monday night football, Cam, the Giants hosting your Seattle Seahawks. Surprisingly, you haven't been the Seattle Seahawks whisperer this season, Cam. You're 1-2 picking against their spread on this one. Where are you going in this one? Giants, home favorites. Finally not a home dog. I can start here, Cam. Yeah. I don't trust the Giants as far as I can throw them. I got to go with the Seahawks here as dogs.
I think this is a very difficult game. The fact that the line, Seattle went from 1-point favorites to 1.5-point dogs, great.
It doesn't make sense.
Material.
It's a trap.
It could be a trap.
Vegas wants you to bet on Seattle.
Probably, but I think if you tease Seattle, I think that's probably the best way to go. But we have to pick spreads in the game. I'll take Seattle, but this is definitely changeable. But I will say this about the Seahawks. They won the Super Bowl in this stadium. They played better on the East Coast now. Trust me, that cover against Carolina was not that easy at all. Like Carolina killed themselves in that game. I will take Seattle, but I think I'm going to tell you, Drew, don't be surprised if the Giants win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's the NFL, Cam. These are both teams on this kind of the same level. I think Seattle's a little bit better than Giants overall. Better quarterback, better receivers, better defense. That's why I'm going to go with Seattle here as dogs. But yeah, it smells like a trap. It's got trap written all over it. But you know what? Sometimes the trap door is full of pillows.
Oh yeah, I thought Denver was and Miami was a trap. Who's the idiot now? I'm
well, you took Miami as your survivor. That was the funniest part. You took
Miami was my pick, and then I switched it. See, that's the thing, man. I went 2 and 3 on the switches. Maybe I shouldn't switch so much.
Yeah, trust yourself on the Tuesday. It's tough because you sit there and think about it for 3 days.
We're doing this stuff on Tuesday, Drew. Like my opinions change on everything hourly.
I know,
let alone daily.
It's frustrating too if your opinion changes on Sunday when the viewers can't see it, and then you get to pick wrong.
What I'm going to start doing though, I got to tweet more. But I can't lie to you. I worked Saturday night and I got wasted.
You just want to relax. I get it.
I was absolutely like starfish on the floor. I was so tired. Yeah, I woke up. I'm like, I got to get my bets in. And then I just like starfish, and I was literally watching the games like drooling on my chair. Are we done?
That's what no. We got to do our best bets, Cam. Our mineral picks and our survivor selections.
We're still doing survivor. You're out.
I'm out. In. You still need you though.
Okay.
Once again, this best bet segment is brought to you by Sports Interaction. Head on over to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN for the latest odds. Sports Interaction Casino, the best in the market with live 24/7 dealers. Your homegrown sportsbook. Bet local. Download the app. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Cam, we'll start off with our bronze selections. Do you want to start? Would you like me to go?
You know what, Drew? I think I might have a bronze selection for you. Let me think. One of these is going to change, man. See, you know what I hate? I like 5 things. I hate narrowing it down to 3, and then I screw it up. My bronze selection will be the Minnesota Vikings, -3.5 in Carolina. I know that's I usually like the home dogs, but I think the Vikings need to show something this week. This could definitely change, though.
I like it, Cam. I like the Vikings this week, so I love that pick. My bronze will be the San Francisco 49ers by 14 points. I know it's crazy. How can you bet on a 14-point favorite as one of your favorite picks? It's because I think they're going to win by 30, Cam. So give me the San Francisco 49ers as my bronze selection. What is your silver?
My silver is the Washington Commies at +8 against Philadelphia. I think last week the Bills just showed up. A lot of bad luck with Washington, too. Philadelphia, yeah, I really worry about their defensive line. Divisional game, Washington beat them last year. I think 8 points is too many. Give me Washington.
My silver selection, Cam, is the Detroit Lions, your Detroit Lions. I know you love them, against the Green Bay Packers on Thursday Night Football. I just think they win this game. They only need to win by 1 point. Give me the Lions. I think they're the better football team, and I think they're going to win this game. So I will take the Detroit Lions as my silver. Now, your best bet of the week, Cam, what is it?
I'm not sure if it's the best, but I like it. Give me Tennessee +2.5 against Cincinnati. So, Drew, we're going to keep the tradition alive. Tennessee has been a mineral pick every week this season. This is the first time I'm in it. They've been your gold pick. I'm making them my gold pick this week. Give me the Titans outright against Cincinnati. I'll take the 2.5.
I like it, Cam. I don't have the balls to go back to the Titans as my gold pick, but I will go with the Pittsburgh Steelers as my gold pick. I think this is CJ Stroud's welcome to the NFL game. I could see 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. I think Mike Tomlin's going to have this defense ready to disguise a bunch of stuff that this kid's never seen. I love them to win this football game by 10 to 17 points. They're only favored by 3. I think TJ Watt might have 3 fumble recoveries with some sacks. Like, it's going to be a slaughter in my mind. So give me the Steelers as my gold selection. Now, we'll move on to our survivor picks. I was out on Dallas. If I was still in, I'd be going with the 49ers. Who are you going with, Cam?
It's not that easy. Who have I picked?
You have picked.
See, I like the fact that you keep records because I'm just an idiot.
You have picked.
Did you write
Miami,
it down,
Baltimore. Hang on 1 second. Uno momento. I got it over here.
Am I going to show the Stones and take the Chargers? That's insane. I haven't picked Dallas yet, have I?
I don't think so.
What, you're going to the factory back there? The storage closet? What the hell's going on here? Where are you?
Yeah, I got all these sheets everywhere, okay? You had... Oh, shit. Did I not even write it on this one?
Oh, God, help us. You know what? I got to start documenting things.
Hang on. I'll pause the show, okay? There'll be a pause. They're going to flash to when I find the sheet.
You got to keep this on because this is great. Yeah, I didn't know you went to the janitor's closet to get the information here.
I got it. Okay. All right.
Who have I done?
You had Washington, the Giants, and Miami.
She did the Giants and Miami?
Yeah, so you have everybody left.
I'll take Dallas.
All right, going to the Dallas Cowboys.
Remember the Chargers. I don't want to use San Fran. I should probably use them, but I'll keep them.
Washington.
Write it down in pen, Drew.
It was already written in pen. I just have sheets everywhere. You should
buddy, I write everything down on pen. People laugh at me like, don't you use a computer? I go, yeah, but I also like to write things down.
I feel like when I write down, I remember it more. Is that weird?
Yeah, we're both, we're stooges. We need to write it down too.
I think it's something that like activates your brain. It's like you're reading it for a second time when you're writing it. Yes. I don't know what to.
I agree.
Maybe I'm just thinking weird stuff. Anyways, hopefully you survive.
What the hell's going on with you today? You're all over the board. That's what happened. If this is what having a kid's like, thank God. I wanted to be a dad, but I don't know, man. I got enough problems, Drew.
Yeah, it's
I might adopt.
You want to sleep in? Don't have children, Cam. It's not a thing.
Imagine the kid waking, Daddy starfish after drinking. Wake up! Take me to McDonald's. Take me to the park. I'd be like, oh God, what have I got? You know what? Maybe I should be a big brother. Like I want to be like in the Homer Simpson's episode. You find like a kid that needs like a friend, but I don't want to tell him about betting and give him bad influence.
Oh, Cam. All right. Well, that was a good show, Cam. Hopefully our best bets hit. We will see you guys on Thursday for our switches, our props of the week, and maybe we switch the best bets. Maybe Cam switches off the Bears because they suck. We'll see. Anyways, please rate and review this on.
The Bears? Oh,
yeah, you did.
It's Denver. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
you did.
Got to pick somebody.
Yeah. Please download and rate and review this podcast on all audio platforms. And please click subscribe if you liked it. Helps me and Cam out. And we will see you on Thursday.
This has been Drew and Stu, presented by Sports Interaction, Canada Sportsbook. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.